Welcome to BI Automation, where AI meets analytics and automation drives results.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we start, I'll just share why I chose this video. So what I'm going to show you today, how to use Claude AI to build a professional grade production dashboard, right? This can handle easy fix and all that. So one of the things about is that, as data analyst, as a BI analyst and all that, you get overwhelmed with so much work that you begin to ask yourself, when am I going to complete them? When am I going to complete them? Or, with the future of Claude, you are able to build. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. What you are looking at right now is a fully interactive ATM Uptime monitoring dashboard, real-time KPIs, branch performance charts, a Heatmap terminal, ranking, a drill-down data table, right? An Excel export feature. And I built this entirely with using Claude AI with 0 lines of code written by hand, right? And no Power BI license, no Python environment, no developer, just 5 prompts and conversation. My name is Matthew and I am a BI analyst. Welcome to BI Automation. Please like and subscribe this if you enjoy what you watch at the end of this video. Here's a glimpse of what the data looks like. You can see from the angle here, it has over 7,000 rows covering 15 locations, 35 terminals with 60 days record. So it's a simple file. I'll drop the link below for you to download and use to practice or to follow along in this video. So the description or the metadata about this data is in the next column. It's just simple as it looks. Yes, so just follow along in this video. If you like what you're saying, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Yes, now we're back at Claude and we want to see how to build this dashboard from start. The first prompt, I'll be dropping the details of all the prompts I will use here for you to follow along. So you can mimic what I'm doing. I'm not just going to be asking Claude to build anything yet, but I'll be asking it to think first, which is very important. These techniques, I use them a lot to give Claude the context, of what we're about to do and to also hear what is going to, see what is going to give out. This produces a much better output at the end of the day than just jumping into building what you want to build. So I'm going to take the structure of the data, which I showed you earlier, and then I'll paste the prompt. Remember, I'll drop the link for you to download the prompt in the description. So I have the prompt already in my file. I'll just paste it down here and you can see this is a structure of an ATM session data in Excel and CSV format. And this is how the structure looks like, right? Where status is equal. So I'm just describing what the data is all about. Time cap that. Now, why this is here is because I want to make sure that a day is captured as a day and it doesn't exceed the following day. So that is the start date, right? Yeah. And then this covers the period in which I want it to fit into so that it doesn't start calculating another day as a downtime. Because what I want to do is to capture whether it is up for a day or whether it is down for a day, 24 hours, which is 1,440 minutes, right? So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm telling you to understand the structure and suggest 5 key data visualization metrics that are best fit to build an interactive ATM Uptime performance dashboard for the bank operations team. Explain why each one is relevant and valuable. So I'm telling you to do this. Just switch this to increase the effort a little bit. This would work normally, but just do this for the purpose of this class. And I run this. Let's see. Let's wait for our prompt to run. Loading. Yes. Good. And it has given me an overview of what I want. You see, here's 5 key metrics, right? Best fit for your ATM Uptime dashboard along with visual reference, right? And this is how it came out. It's telling me what to do, what it thinks I could use, and voila. So I have it, terminal rate, percentage, SLA, and all that. So Claude has basically explained and gotten to understand what the data is all about from this. Now I'll proceed to the next prompt. Now we have allowed Claude to do the thinking. We have allowed it to think through the data that has been provided. This is very crucial to get a structure and align Claude's thinking with our plan. Right, let's move on to the next prompt. This is the big one, right? And this is where we build the whole dashboard in one go. Watch how specific I will be with the prompt that I will be placing in it. So just to paste the prompt in again, prompt 2, I'll just give it, dropping that in now. Okay. So yes, so what does this say? Is now build a full interactive ATM Uptime dashboard that as a single HTML file using JavaScript and Plotly. Now, these are the requirements of the dashboard, right? What it should have. Include file visualization, just as suggested. Add upload features. Now, these upload features will allow me to, after getting my file, my raw Excel file, whether in CSV or in Excel format, I can just upload it into the HTML file that I will be downloading and sharing with my colleagues to use. Now with that, once it's uploaded, it generates the report in an overview for me. So yeah, this is more description, more rules. Always recalculate duration from start and end. Never trust duration. Now this is because there might be discrepancy in the data, especially the start time. So I wanted to actually calculate it. And I locked it at, having the 1,440, which is 24 hours in minutes, right? So we are explaining more details about it, about what we want to do. It's more easier, right? When you get better output when you actually describe what you want, with this. So I'm telling it basically what I want it to do for me. Now I'll just hit the enter and then let's see what we have. So now specify the format. Uptime percentage equals uptime minutes divided by 1,140. So and I capped it at that 1,140 for a day, which is the full 24 hours, right? I have specified the color as well in this particular prompt. Color I wanted to also give out. Also, I have listed every section. I want KPI cards, the donut chart, the bar chart for branches, Heatmap as well. I also want Heatmap. So I have specified what I want. It's not, well, you could as well just paste in a simple prompt and say, oh, build a dashboard for me. But as time goes on, you begin to update what you have. But with this, it gives me a better output because I have already constructed it. I have instructed it to do what I want. So let's wait for it to finish up and then we'll move to the next. Yes. And here it is. We have it loading. All 24 checks pass. And let me add a sample data generator. It's doing some magic. I really don't need this, right? But let's allow it to do its own magic. And then we'll test it to see what it has done for us. Okay, now we're set. We have our dashboard and you can see we can download it and we're seeing the overview of it. And it's telling us what it will require, right, for it to work, for it to load. So I can upload data, sample data, or I can use a sample data that Claude has generated based on what I've provided, right? Because I also explained what the table looks like or what it will look like earlier. That's the purpose of us putting in the table structure. Now let me just upload a sample of data I have. So I'll be choosing file from here and we have this data. I will upload it. Let's see. Okay, now we see we are having an error. So we have to correct this error. Let's see what the error looks like. It says what? Uncut reference error, Plotly not defined. I'll just do is just to copy this and paste it into Claude and Claude will correct this for us again. Right. So it's fixing it. Once it's done fixing, we'll proceed to upload the data again. Okay, so it explained better when it's explaining what has happened in the previous build that we had. So let's re-upload this data now again. Let's see what happens. I hope it works now. Good. Here we have it. We have the dashboard already. You can see. I'm just going to expand this a bit and you can see what we have. Oh, wow. 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 This is across all terminal. We have an uptime of 80%, right? This is beautiful. 15 branches covered, 35 terminals, right? And this is the total hours of downtime. Interesting. Gives us a bar chart. It also gives us a donut chart. Interesting. Wow. This is nice. Oh, wow. So I need to really work on this, right? And we have a table as well here. This is beautiful. We have a table that is telling us about terminal uptime table. And we have a clean log. This is beautiful. So let's do more. Let's do more. Here, we're going to be adding our fourth prompt. Before we change all those things, I would also like to do something here, right? Let's move to the next prompt and say, I want Claude, right, to provide a downloadable standard HTML file so that I could share with my team, right? Could share with my team. This is it. right? And I will be able to use it offline. So no internet needed. I don't even need internet. By the time I finish building this, it would work on its own without the internet just to upload my data. So I'll just run this. While that is running, let's wait for it to run. And so it's a short but powerful one. I'm asking Claude, right, to make a completely self-contained one HTML file I can share with anyone. Like I said earlier, I want a download, right? Dashboard button. So I should be able to download the dashboard, right? Let's see. Okay, it's still loading. I wouldn't need server. I wouldn't need a database, no login, one file. I can send it to anybody, any of my colleagues, right? They can use it to do whatever they want to do based on the data set that has been provided. Mind you, you don't have the data, you cannot actually make use of the dashboard, right? So it's secure as well. So no need for license. It works on any laptops. And let's see, it's still loading. Right, let's wait for that to finish loading. Okay, now we have our dashboard. Changes has been implemented. We can download it now, and save it properly. So let's move on to the next prompt. I'm sure you'll be wondering. Don't worry, I'll drop the description below. I'll move on to the next prompt, which is what I said I was going to add earlier, right? I'm going to add this prompt to it. I will explain what this prompt is doing right now. Right. So add the following to the dashboard. Export to Excel button. Generate XLS file with 3 sheets, right? Uptime per terminal, branch summary, clean session data, right? File name as well. So the file name will be the period I want to generate as well. Download sample data button that generates a read to use test file. So what this does basically is, that part of the dashboard that we saw that has a table, right, for uptime and all. So this has done the calculation for me. I don't need to go and start spending time doing the calculation manually in Excel. I just download the data from the data source, from the database, come here, put in the data, and it does the calculation for me. Then I come here again to export this data, and I can share with the necessary stakeholders to say, this is your uptime, this is your downtime for all the periods. So I'll proceed to push this out again for new update. So it's running our command. Let's wait for this to update again. Okay, it's still loading. Yeah. So like I said earlier, this will allow me to export my results out of this HTML dashboard and share with my stakeholders. The last prompt, which is what we'll just do to revalidate and refine all what we've done to make sure that everything is perfect, right? Trust me, when I was doing this for the first time, I saw some error. I had to pull out the Excel, extract the Excel, and then after extracting the Excel, I had to check to confirm that the time are accurate, the measurements are accurate and all that. So that is the purpose of the last prompt. That's what we'll be doing for the last prompt. Okay, so this is it. It's just done. It has added the export button to it. We'll have it over here as well, right? We'll check all this by the time we are done. Okay, let me just check it right now before we do the last refinement to this. Report this again. So for every time I refresh, I get a fresh, the data is wiped out, right? So it gets a fresh table. Okay, you can see here. You can see, remember the other time when we did this table was giving a lot of noise, right? But now you can see that this table is well structured and all that. So we're still going to add a final touch to it, right? This is it. So you can see the export Excel. With this, I'll be able to export a sample of the Excel. Let's see what it has done for us. I will have to do that now. Okay. Yes, here we have the downloaded file. You can see the branch, the terminal name, and we have this is what we're looking for, the uptime, right? The downtime, the minutes of uptime and the minutes of downtime and the total time actually covered, right? And the session is how many times it was actually captured, right? And you see, we have a beautiful table that we can share with stakeholder. I can sort it and see, which one is the highest, which one is the lowest, and share for follow-up and all that. So let's go back to apply the final touch to our dashboard. So we'll notice that when we shared the previous dashboard after the update, we saw an error, right? So we need to work on that error that we saw earlier. And remember the last time we saw an error, we just pasted it into Claude again for Claude to work on this error that we had. So let's do that and see what we do before we paste in the last prompt. I'll close this again. And then it's working on this. So it's diagonalizing it, the error, and it's going to correct that. In time, I'm just going to grab the last prompt. So this is normal, right? To refine the dashboard to make sure that the output is accurate. So in this prompt, I'm confirming the formula, making sure cross day, like I said earlier, capping keeps the session rather than discarding it. So it doesn't, when there's a cross day, it records it differently and it doesn't inflate the downtime hour. For example, we are saying downtime hour 24 hours is 1044 minutes. So it doesn't capture it as, how do I put it? It doesn't capture it as excess, that is 1,500 minutes of downtime, right? That's what we want to try to revalidate and make sure that it captures it correctly. Okay, so this is still loading. I'll just paste this here while that is loading so you can see what it looks like. Like I said, revalidating the formula as well. The Heatmap, everything, the colors and all that. So I can put any color I want. Just change this to this. So I'll change it to BI operations group. BI underscore automation group operations, BI automation group. So I'm gonna do this. It's working on it. We're almost done. It's almost done. Once it's done, we can now push it forward. Okay, it's taking a while. So we have it all set here. Our dashboard is ready. And let's do the final touch, which works on it completely. Building. Yes. Let's wait for that to load. What we've done so far, one of the trick or one of the beautiful thing about this particular dashboard is if any session had to be capped, right? Maybe, for example, they crossed over to the next night, that's midnight. The dashboard logs it, every single one of them. It logs it, and I can view them in the cleaning log and see exactly which terminal, the date, and the session that was modified. So I can see the cleaned logged in another place that exceeded the 24 hours benchmark or capped. So it is important, right, for us to be able to trace and monitor those particular terminals. So let me summarize what we've done so far. Right, stage one, I gave Claude the context before asking it to build a prompt. Prompt one aligned to its thinking, never to skip a step, right? The next thing is I specified the business logic explicit. So what I did was I said, this is what should be. This is the denominator, which is 1,440. The capping rule, I also explained the capping rule. So Claude cannot read your mind, right? Or your SOP documents. So it's what you give to it that he also gives to you. So you need to be specific in whatever you are giving to Claude. Then number three, I specified the design, the color, the font, layout section, names, and the more specific you are, the more professional the output becomes. The fourth step, I asked for one more complete file, right? And not a component, not a snippet. I asked for one more complete file, a full standalone working product. That is mindset shift from how most people use AI. I asked for one complete file. Right. 5, I reviewed the whole output before refining. So I checked everything, making sure that everything is correct before proceeding. So one correction prompt, not 10. This is how you work efficiently with AI. So if you have everything out, you review, note down the corrections you want to make, and then at a goal, make those corrections. Don't make them bit by bit. That's what it is. The prompt changes I use in this video is in the description. The sample data file is in the description. You can download both of them. Right. So let's go back to our view and see what we have. Okay, it's still loading. Funny. Wow. This dashboard took me about 25 minutes to build from scratch, including the time to write the prompt carefully. The same dashboard built by a developer, a Power BI developer, would have taken days, cost significantly more as well. I know that for the dashboard that I built, I have to understand the structure, I have to build relationship and all that. But with this, we have been able to achieve this. That's the power of knowing how to use AI too, right? Correctly, knowing the right prompts, knowing when to ask, and knowing when to tailor this prompt properly. Right. If this video helped you, you can subscribe. I will be posting more content on how to use Claude, right? And how to use Claude to build dashboard, how to use Claude to build reports, PowerPoint reports, and the likes, many, many more. So please stay tuned for my next video. So let's move on to the next. Okay, we are all set, and let's download this full HTML dashboard so we can implement and share with our colleagues. Have it here, just click on it. And here it's opened. I just confirmed if I'm seeing the right screen. Okay, good. So I have it fully loaded and I can just pick the data again. I have the data here. Just click on load and we have it here. So this is our dashboard. The other things I can see here that I might need to work on, right? You can do that on your own. Oh, look at this. So I may need to adjust this properly. Yeah. And we have the table as well. So I can move from here to here and sort, right? And do a lot of stuff. I'll do the last update on my own. And then you can check it out for your own self as well. I will adjust this to fit in properly. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe.